Have you ever heard about Mulligan technique? Mulligan technique is a special stain for white matter.
Okay, what's that stain called, Victor?
Color blue.
Oh, color blue, of course. That's a
Yes.
basic tool of dissection, correct?
Yes.
Okay, now how much experience have you had, Garab, we'll start with you. How much experience have you had with dissection of the brain?
Actually, I'm now just in my fourth year, so we
Okay,
did dissection just for once when I was in basic science,
okay,
and that also we luckily got to dissect the brain just for one
okay.
time.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to bring you a lot of dissection from all parts of the world on Neurosurgical
Yeah.
TV. How about you, Marco? How much experience do you have with dissection of the brain? Marco, can you hear me?
Well, um, uh, 3 years ago, I did my last one in the university college, but right now I don't have uh, practice, and I haven't practiced anymore. Three
Well,
years ago, I did my last one.
okay.
Three
Well,
years
hopefully we're
ago.
going to bring you lots of dissection from Mexico City and also Baratnagar when Victor comes and sets up the channel. How about you, Don? Do you have much experience with brain dissection at all? Can you hear me,
Yes,
Don?
sir. Now I'm doing internship. I did dissection during my end of the first year.
Okay, very good.
Sorry, sir.
Okay, very good. How about you,
Yes.
Rajat? Have you had any experience with dissection?
Actually, I'm a medical student. I study pharmacy, so I have no any relationship with the dissection of brains. I study about medicines.
Okay, very good.
I study about the compositions and all.
Okay. Okay, Victor, do you have any plans of how you're going to set up the lab and what you're going to do, etc.?
Well, yes. I think the most difficult thing to make this is to have some fresh brains.
Okay.
So I think we are going to have with Aib Sherian in Nepal some brains like that. And if we have those fresh brain, we can do a good job. Let me show you a model. Let me show you this.
Okay.
Give me one
Okay.
second, please.
Okay, let me check with Ike to see if he's coming here. Okay, Victor's setting up now to show you guys some dissections.
And I have some problems to
I'm not seeing it yet, Victor. Okay.
okay.
Okay, we can see it.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, excellent, excellent.
Uh, this is a color green in the arteries. I injected color green silicone, color green in the brain. And let me show you another group. Okay, it's okay.
Yes, excellent.
Okay. This is what we can do. We can do this kind of work in Nepal. Can you see?
Yes. Can you see it okay, Garab?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And Rajat, can you see it okay?
Yes, I can see it okay.
Great. How about you, Marco? You know, these are the kind of dissections you guys can watch, as well as get other medical students of the world to watch, especially of the Asian Congress of Neurosurgeons. Because neurosurgeons, they take anatomy their whole career. They don't just stop after graduation from medical school. And that's one thing we want to do in Bharatnagar is to bring regular neuroanatomy sessions. Right, Victor?
Yes. This is an injection of the brain artery, especially the middle cerebral artery.
Middle cerebral artery.
Middle cerebral artery.
कान में लगा रखा मैं नाम लेगा तो बोलेगा हाँ हाँ कर लो यस यस फोटो नहीं दिखेगा फोटो
Yes. Yeah. I think we can make some brain and also some spinal cord injections in Nepal, and special staining of the brain, Mulligan staining. So I think we can work in that things.
Okay, you know, Victor, one thing I was, let me get the screen here, and I sent you a link this morning on a conference that's taking place in Nepal and in Delhi.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to see that link, Victor?
Yes.
Okay. Well, okay. Now these are the kind of conferences, Victor, we want to televise. This is a conference from Delhi on neurovascular anatomy. It's being run by a gentleman I met in another conference, and I just wrote to him and said we'd like to televise it on the channel of the Asian Congress of Neurosurgeons, because obviously, and again, like I said before to the students, neuroanatomy is a lifetime study of neurosurgeons. It's not, they just don't go to medical school and forget about it, right? Yeah, it's kind of a lifetime study, so we got to constantly have refresher courses for the neurosurgeons, right, Victor?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we hope to. Are you at the hospital? You're not at the hospital now. You're doing dissections now? Are you at home now, Victor?
Yes, I'm at home.
Well, you ought to get Marco over there to help you out.
Yes, of course.
Marco, do you know where you should find out where Victor is, and you can help him with the dissections?
Yes, I think that Marco is very busy studying.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. I guess he's studying for his boards, right?
Yes, yes, of course.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Well, that comes first.
If he wants to go with me to some dissection, of course he can do whenever he wants. I think in 10 days more, August 7, I'm going to receive a recognition from the Mexican Society of Neurological Surgeons as one of the 15 leaders in Mexico in neurosurgery. So 15 brain surgeons are going to receive that recognition. I am one of them, one of 15 neurosurgeons in the Congress in Cancun. So I am preparing some conferences to present in Cancun in 10 days more.
Oh, Victor, can we televise that?
Yes, of course. At least in my conference, we can do that, John. In the others, I'm going to ask to the chief, but in my conference, I think there is no problem. So I am very happy because I'm going to be recognized as one of the 15 leaders in neurosurgery in Mexico City, in Mexico, in the country.
Well, you know, for the students, this is a learning exercise. This is how we get to televised conference. We meet someone like Victor, and they tell us, hey, this would be a good conference to televise on the channel. And so the next step is I asked Victor, please put me in touch with the IT person at where the event is being held. And you could understand why that's important, because Victor's done his job by telling me he's had okay. Now he puts me in touch with the right people, and I take it from there. I get in touch with the IT person. I show him the Hangout technology, and I show him how to set it up, and that's how it's done, just like that. But we need people like Victor to kind of tell us, hey, there's an event there, or hey, there's an event there, and then we follow up on it. That's what you guys will help me do, Rajat and Garab and Marco. If you all have the time, you'll be following up with Victor's leads and people like Victor's leads.
Okay, sure, doctor. If I get someone, then I'm gonna inform you.
Okay. Okay. I guess Victor, you're pretty busy, but yeah, basically, I'm just explaining to the students. We're trying to organize before we get to Bharatnagar. And when you come, we're going to have a big welcome. We're going to pick you up at the airport with an elephant.
Yes, I think my principal contribution to the anatomy is the vascular anatomy of the spine, because very few people around the world are doing this kind of research. So let me show them a bit.
You know, Victor, the gentleman that's putting on the neurovascular anatomy in Delhi, maybe you can present there virtually.
Let me show them this.
Okay. Okay.
So is ready? No.
Not yet.
Okay. Now?
Yep, I see it now.
Okay. This is my principal contribution to the anatomy. Let me. Okay, let me show another one because this
Okay.
has some movement. Let me show you the other one. Okay, is okay?
Yes.
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 Okay. Okay. So this is a spinal cord. Until now, there are a few labs, anatomy labs around the world doing this kind of job. What I have been doing is to inject in fresh spinal cords silicone into the veins and also in arteries the color red. So what we are seeing in this spinal cord is a conglomerate of veins in the posterior part of the spinal cord. It's very, very interesting to see this kind of formation, of vein formation, and it's very unusual. At almost 3 or 4 spinal cords from 100 have this kind of formation. Is very unusual. Most of the times we can see 1 or 2 veins in the spinal cord, but in here we are seeing a conglomerate of veins. So this is the arachnoid membrane. I am cutting the arachnoid membrane to see much better the veins. Sometime I ask Dr. Roton, rested in peace, Dr. Roton. You know, he died about 3 years ago. I asked him if he were doing this kind of injections, and he told me that not only the brain. So that's the reason this kind of research is very interesting, because very few people around the world are doing this kind of job. So there is too much to know about the vascular anatomy of the spine.
Yeah, I'm beginning to grasp the importance of this, Victor, but I think the students don't realize that how rare things like this are, because not many people even work on the spinal cord anatomy, correct?
Yes, of course. Yes, I agree. Yes.
And one thing, Victor, maybe you can answer us the question, why is it important to get a fresh cadaver?
Okay. To speak about fresh brain is because you can inject much better the small arteries and the small veins, and those structures, vascular structures, have a more it's easier. It's easier to inject them, to go
Okay.
to very small arteries.
Okay, Victor. Now, Bharatnagar is a town of 200,000. It's an industrial town. Do you think a town like that would have fresh cadavers?
Yes, I think we are going to have fresh, at least fresh brains. You know, it's not necessary to have a brain that from a people who died about 24, 36 hours. No problem. If you have a fixed brain in 15 days after the people died, no problem. We can do this kind of injection. The most important thing is to fix with formaldehyde the brain.
Okay, so you think a town of 200,000 will have enough cadavers to use?
Yes, I think we are going to have enough. At least 2 or 3 corpses is enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll do that, and maybe Rajat can investigate that. But I'm sure Ike would know. Ike would know, correct?
Yes.
Actually, I'm gonna help you. I can help you a little bit, but I can't help you big. But I'm gonna help you a little bit.
You can't bring us some fresh brains?
Yes, I think I saw because I'm local of this town and I know everything about this town, so I think I can help you.
Oh, great! That would be great. Do you know anybody at the morgue? Is that where you typically get bodies, Victor, from the morgue?
Excuse me again.
Where do you get bodies from? The morgue? Where do you get your specimens from? The city morgue?
From the city morgue, yes, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, because I probably has connections there, I'm sure. So that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I think you are going to do a very good job in Nepal, John Bennett, because you can make some arrangements, you can talk with the morgue in Nepal to get some brains. So
Right.
I think there is no problem. So
Right.
if you get them, you are going to inject also the brains.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's okay. I'll get some experience.
Yeah, of course.
Well, I'll get to see it close up, which I've never done. Even in my medical training, I never get that close to a brain during my entire medical, like the anatomy. You know, we studied anatomy, but we never got a chance. Like, I'm probably like most medical students. We never really got a chance to get close to a brain dissection.
Yes. Yes. So
You know,
in those 2 weeks, we can go also dissection of white matter to recognize the fascicles, the brain fascicles, so the brain bundles. So we're going to make a good job, John, with the students, with the Nepal students of medicine.
well, that's one thing that how Rajat and Garab and Marco can help us. Because, you know, what we're going to have is basically a presentation like Victor just gave, but we want the Asian community of neurosurgeons to see it, and we want the students in all those countries to see it. So what we got to do, our job is to get the community together, let the medical students in all of Asia and all of the world know that Victor is going to give a dissection at a certain time, so that so we have a full panel and we have lots of people watching, and they'll benefit tremendously. Because from my example, I never did a brain dissection in my medical career, and there are certainly a lot of Asian medical students, Asian neurosurgeons that would like to see, and we're going to be televising it live with people like Victor, so that they can ask questions on Twitter. If they're not in the panel, Victor, they're going to be able to say, "Hey, Dr. Perez, what is this? Can you show me this, etc."
Yes, I think that in other time we can make some pieces like this. So this is a model, plastic model of a spine. So in here you can see this model of a spine, lumbar spine. This is very nice. But I am doing also this cervical spine is made of plastic, of resin. So the advantage to have this is that is in a scale 1:1. Is almost equal a real one to a real one, and this spine you can mobilize, you can flex or extend this spine. This is what I am doing also, and this seems to be real, but not the color. I colored. I stained this cervical spine, and it seems to be real, but it's from plastic. So this is what I am doing now. What is the reason to make this? Because you know that sometimes the spine surgeon needs to put some screws into the facet, like here. So if you have this model, you can practice putting some screws and avoid damage the spinal cord, the nerves, the vertebral artery that is running over here. So this is the reason I am doing this.
Well, you know, Victor, you just gave me an idea, and Rajat can probably help me. If we can arrange to get a lot of medical students from Nobel at a certain time, Victor can give a presentation in the auditorium for the medical students that want to see a live presentation of Victor doing, and of course, Gaurav, you're welcome to come, and Marco. But the students can get into an auditorium. Now, you all know it's difficult to get a good internet connection in Nepal. However, if I can work with Kendra, the IT tech from Nobel, he'll be able to set up a good connection in an auditorium and put Victor on the big screen in the auditorium. What do you guys think of that?
It's good.
Sound good? You don't seem too excited. Okay, but this is where medical education can go, Victor. You can be teaching a room full of Nepal medical students and neuroanatomy.
Yes, of course. I am working very hard 3 months before I go to Nepal, because I'm very happy. I feel very honored to be there. So we are going to make a very, very good job, because, you know, I am honored also because Aip Sherian is one of the best brain surgeons around the world. Aip Sherian is a very, very good neurosurgeon and a very, very good person, very, very good human being. So I think that we are going to make a very good job. So okay. I'm very happy. I'm very happy to be there.
And for the students, Victor has been to Nepal, right, Victor?
Yes, yes.
What cities were you in Nepal?
Yeah. I was in Kathmandu, and in the hospital. I don't know. I don't remember the name of the hospital where Aip Sherian was working last year. So I was with them. I was with him. I was also in his farm. I think that I spent more time in the hospital. I met Gaurav there.
Oh, you met Gaurav? Okay.
I saw Gaurav there. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I was talking with him. So
oh, okay.
I was in the hospital and also in the farm, Aip Sherian farm.
Okay, so what hospital was that, Gaurav, that Victor was at?
Yeah, College of Medical Sciences.
Oh, okay. Is that then? That's in your town, your city. That's not in Kathmandu, right?
No,
Yes.
it's
Yes, that is in Bharatpur.
Barakpur. That's where your school is at, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, okay, very good. I know everyone's busy. Thanks everyone for coming. It's recorded, Victor. I'm going to send it to IPE.
I see
And-
you. Bye.
Okay, thanks everybody for coming.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody.
Okay,
Bye
it's
bye.
being
Bye bye,
recorded.
Dr. Victor. Bye bye, John Bennett.
Okay,
Dr. John Bennett.
Very happy.
Bye.
Very happy to see you. Bye.
okay,
Bye bye,
Marco,
Dr.
thank you.
Marco.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
I'm just going to sit here. No, we're going to make a WhatsApp group for this, and I'll let you guys know the address and everything. And as you know, we have a page on Neurosurgical TV, and there's a password to get in. But all you got, I'm going to show you the page. You guys are all welcome to post things on this page, and I'll tell you the password. Okay, the address is okay. Let me neuro. Okay, I'm going to share the screen here to show you the page. Okay, it's neurosurgical.tv/Neurosherpas with an S. Okay, I'm going to put email addresses there so you can get in touch with each other. Okay? Now the password is Neurosherpa without an S. Okay, write that down, everybody. Can you hear me, Garab?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's the password because we don't want to give this out to everybody. It's just for people that have access to it.
Yes, I know the password, but how to enter you said we need not to enter the email, but I was confused.
No, okay, no. You can to get to this page, you have to have a password. So it's okay to put it on the page. Now you
Where
see
to
this
post it
edit.
mo-
You see this edit button. That's where you can put information when you mark that edit button.
And where to put the password?
You put it in your mind.
No, no, no. I meant to say that where to write the password to enter the
Oh,
page.
okay. Well, if you haven't entered, the page before, it'll ask you for a password. It'll say this is password protected, and there'll be a place to put the hello. Okay, hold on. There's another medical student.
What is the username password? Username should be there in the
Okay, yeah, you'll get a screen, Garab, that says password protected. Put the password there. But you know how if you've been there before, it'll save the cookie, and I don't know if you understand that. But you know, Garab, Victor is big in neuroanatomy in the world.
Yes, yes.
He's very big.
I know that.
He speaks at conferences. And as soon as I
Yes.
saw his dissections, because I arranged for them to meet through a hangout. And this is a very valuable tool to meet people. Well, that's how he met Victor.
Yes.
And when I saw his dissections, he invited him immediately to India and Nepal. And I went, and Victor went to speak at a couple of conferences. And that's when you met him. He came up to Nepal when he was over there to speak at the conference. But he's going to be very valuable to set up the neuroanatomy lab in Nepal. And hopefully the Nepal's medical students will be well educated. They'll be able to see a lot of the dissections we do at the in Nepal with Victor, and not only Victor,
Yeah.
we'll be televising Victor from Mexico doing dissections, and the Nepal medical students will be welcome to come, and as well as as well as any other medical students in Asia.
Oh, yes.
Our job is to get that network going so more people benefit. Because in these days of the internet, they can benefit by seeing like brain dissections. Most medical students in the world, not just Nepal, but in the world, have never seen one. I never saw one, and I went to a good American medical school. It may be different now with the tools of the internet, but certainly for most medical students in the world, they have access to the internet. So now that no matter where they are, they can have access to it on the internet. If they're in the furthest point, as long as they have an internet connection in Tibet or Mongolia, they can see a good brain dissection, a good spinal cord dissection.
Yes. That's right.
So okay, gentlemen, I know you guys are busy.
Yeah.
And we'll be in
And
touch.
let's get disconnected.
Yeah. Thank you, and we'll keep in touch and have a good weekend.
Hello, doctor.
Okay, sir. Same.
Okay, we'll see you later, Marco.
Okay.
Bye-bye.